signed up, please do so. Money shot tickets for sale. Get your money shot tickets, sign up if you have it so far.
Bar of soap. You know you want to do it. Too soft. A little bit too soft. Good and one.
You commentating tonight?
No. You nervous yet? 2 more months. You mean you guys wasn't playing? Oh. Uh-oh. 3 more points. X your own part. Oh. Oh, game. 7 on the dot too. Yeah, it's game. Yeah. 7 plus 14 is 21.
They trying to figure it out.
Okay.
It fell out too fast. I wasn't trying to do that.
All right, if you haven't signed up, please do so. 3 more minutes to buy money shot tickets.
I have no words for you, bro.
Guaranteed to let you stay ready.
I have no words for you, JB. I'm done.
We was talking about that work though. They know that supposed to start rapping. True, like, supposed to the rapping part.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the big name, the big name,
Hey, Mr. Cook. How are you, Mr. Cook? How are you, Mr. Russell? Hey, you know there's a sticky side to that bag, don't you? You can do what? What's the score? 3 to 12. Oh my God, what a shot. Oh! Good bag.
Well, you know, they was also talking about how the basketball court had like 50 size beds. And they was like, why can't you guys beds at a basketball court? You know what I mean? Huh? Wow. Yeah. Yeah, because that's a thing a lot of people down there. Yeah. They got to train themselves. Well, it's
Can you believe that bag traveled that far, that fast to the left? You throwed it just a little bit too slow and it was able to catch the board because you didn't put a lot of spin on it. If you'd have spun it harder, it would have traveled straight on up the board. That's a good bag. That's a good bag. Yeah. Oh, you're good. That's a beautiful shot. Beautiful bag right there.
But you know, they'll say, Marlon Wayne said the same thing.
Only reason why you come back, I come down here and sit down. Yeah. Oh, you're live now. You know that, don't you? I didn't know that.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Dennis. How you doing, Mr. Dennis Lowerly? No, actually, I think they're. Yeah, they're on their way back. Oh, man. Mickey Cook. First bag's off to the left. That bag's going to be out of play. Jeff Rushing, he's got his first bag in. Mickey's in with his second bag. The score is 12 to 15 favor Mickey Cook and Jeff Plott. Ooh. And Mickey tried to drag that bag on the right hand side. He goes up. Jeff goes up as an 8-8 wash. It ain't no points on that round. Do our transition here. We're back. Jeff Plott, Seth. Jeff Plott's off to the right just a little bit. This is a comeback grudge match. Mickey Cooks and Jeff Plott was behind, and they coming back. Seth just made a beautiful shot. He drug with one of his bags and pushed one of Jeff's off to the right just a little bit, and he throws up. He sets up a level 1 block behind the hole, right behind the hole. Now Jeff goes up. He knocks one of Jeff's bags in. Now Jeff can go in. I mean, Seth can go in right here. If he can possibly drag this bag, he can go in for a 12 on 6. And that'll make it 18 to 18. It'll tie it up. Oh, he gets one, makes it a 9 on 6. He gets 3 points. Uh-oh. So here we go. Jeff Rushing's going to be the first one out of the hole. His first bag's up the middle and in the hole. Mickey's up. He's off to the left just a little bit. Now that bag's still in the blue zone. It can be got. Mickey goes up for the airmail drop, trying to drag that bag in, and goes off the board. Jeff goes in with his next bag. Mickey goes in with that bag. That bag on the back side of that board left, it's going to fall. Oh, and it does fall. So now the score is tied 18 to 18. Jeff Rushing just scored 3 points. So here we go. Seth is up with his first bag. It's off to the right. It's still in his lane. That bag is not out of play. Jeff goes up. He goes up just a little bit hard. His bag goes to the back of the board, but it's hanging over in the hole. Seth goes up, and he goes off to the left of Jeff's bag. Jeff goes in with that next bag. Seth is up. He's off to the left again with that bag. He throws a little bit hard. Jeff is in with that bag. Now Seth can drag these 2 bags right here. Oop, and he does fall. He got 8 on. Oh, it's 8 on 8. It's going to be a wash. And the pressure's on Mickey Cook and Jeff Rushing on this lower end down here. Rushing's up. He's off to the left, right. He's in Mickey Cook's lane. Mickey tries to go around it and goes too far to the left and goes off the board. Rushing goes up. He catches that bag and he goes in with that next bag. He's off to the right again. Now, if Mickey can stay in line and keep his bags in line, he can get a point. Oh, and he goes into 7 on 6. Mick gets a point, making it 19 to 18. Here we go. Laying in the hands of Jeff Plott here. First bag's in the hole. Seth's first bag's off to the left. That bag's still sitting on the edge of the blue zone. Jeff Plott drags it around just a little bit. Seth goes up with an airmail, hits it, and goes off the back side of the board. Jeff is in for 3. Seth only has 1 in. Oh, and Seth goes up. Now it's 9 on 4. And that one there sitting in the hole. Oh, he tries to in 1 and misses. And Mickey Cook and Jeffrey Plott take it down, beating Jeffrey Rushing and Seth. Tabitha Hartzell. Hello, Tabitha. What's up, Austin? Are y'all doing another match? Bar soap it. Bar soap it, baby. Woo! Airmail. Yeah, airmail it. Yeah. Yeah, your bag's hanging in the hole like this. Your bag's leaning like this toward the hole. Well, airmail. Bar soap. You was going to throw it that hard anyway. Why didn't you just bar soap it? It's going to be 8 on 6. You're going to give up 2 points. Oh, it was 8. It was 9 on 6. Make this go viral. Hey, Becca. Ooh, and we got a whoopsie. Gonna get some more too. All right, Mickey Cook's in with his first bag. Jeff Russian's off to the left, but that bag's hanging in the hole. It's not out of play. Mickey knocks it in with his bag, bumping, staying, hanging over there on the left-hand side in Jeff's lane. Jeff goes in without Mickey's bag. Mickey drags that next bag. Jeff's off to the right. That bag's going to be out of play. Mickey's up the middle, and it's in for a 12 on 10. All right, Jeff's off to the bottom of the board. Seth has a bag sitting in front of the hole. Jeff steps out to go up and try to drag that bag in. Seth goes up. He hits it almost perfect. Jeff goes in, leaving that bag of Seth on the right-hand side. Seth steps out. He knocks that bag in, but he goes just a little bit too far to the left. To the right. Jeff goes up to the back of the board with his last bag. Now here's Seth. He goes up. It's going to be 8 on 5. When is 8 on 5 for? Jeff Russian in with his first bag. The score right now is Mickey Cook and Jeffrey Plott have 12 to Jeffrey Russian and Seth's 5. Oh, Mickey hits that bag, but he goes off to the right, off the back of the board, but he does pull it away from Jeff's bag just a little bit. Jeff goes up to the left and almost takes it in. Mickey goes in, dragging that bag, making it 9 on 6. Jeff Plott has first bag. He's up and he's in the middle in the hole. Seth is off. He's just a little bit short. He sets up a block. Jeff knocks it in, goes off to the left. Seth goes up. He's on the left-hand side. He's in Jeff's lane. Jeff goes up, taking that bag. Seth's in, and then Seth drags 2 bags with him. Jeff goes up. He's off to the right. Here's Seth up the middle. Oh, he goes off to the right. It's going to be 8 on 10, giving up 2 points. Now the score is going to be 8 to 15. Here we go. Jeff rushing that's first bag. His first bag's in. Mickey's first bag's off to the right. That bag's going to be out of play. Jeff is going to bully it out just a little bit more to the right and go in with his next bag. Jeff sitting on the right-hand side in Mickey's lane. Mickey drags Jeff's bag. Jeff goes up. He goes off to the right up against Mickey's bag. Mickey goes in, and it's going to be a 10-10 wash. Seth is off to the left just a little bit. He's in Jeff's lane, kind of to the edge. Jeff goes around that bag and goes in. Seth goes up. He sets up a bag just above that first bag. Jeff tries to go around that bag and ends up going off to the board. Seth is up. He drags that bag in, leaving a blocker, and Jeff goes in with the blocker of Seth. Then Seth is in. Jeff is in. It's going to be 9 on 10, giving up 1 point. Come on, John. Oh, and that bag went in and bounced out of the hole. Oh, and he missed the next bag. Oh, man. He had a bag to go in and right back out of the hole it came. Mickey throws his first bag off to the right, off the board. Jeff's already got one sitting in front of the hole in his lane. Mickey goes up, goes in. Jeff goes off the back of the board with one bag. He steps out. He drags that bag in this time. Mickey can wash it out right here. He sets up a level 1 block sitting in front of the hole. Now Jeffrey steps out. He goes up. He goes in. Mickey steps out and goes in. It's a 9 on 9 wash. Ooh, little Jacob had to hit 2 bags, but and he scut over the top of the hole every time. Here's Seth. His first bag is up. It's off to the right. Here's Jeffrey Plott. He's over there behind Seth's bag. Seth goes up trying to drag that bag, goes to the right, but he still can get it, but it's going to take a good shot to do it. Oh, he does hit it and drags both of them in, but he goes off to the left. That bag's going to be out of play. Jeff goes up and goes in. Seth goes in for a 10. Jeff goes in for a 10. It's a 10-10 wash. Oh, and Jake got drilled again. Ooh. Jeffrey Russian's off to the left with that first bag. Mick Cook's off to the left with his first bag, but his bag's hanging kind of in the hole. Mickey goes up. He hits that bag just a little bit hard. Jake goes up. I mean, Mickey goes up. He drags one of Jeff's with him. Jeff goes up. He drags one bag and bar soaps himself to the back of the board, and Mickey goes in for an 8-on-8 wash. That's 3 washes right there in a row that we've had in this little old Jacob's throwing the airmail again. Ooh. Ooh. And he missed again. Seth is off to the right. Jeff is off the back of the board. Seth does a whoopsie. Jeff's up. He hits that board. Oh, and Seth does another whoopsie. Jeff stops his bag from going in. Oh, and one fell. Oh, and Jeff goes off to the right just a little bit up against Seth's bag. But Seth give up 4. Now the score is 18-9. Mickey's up. He's off to the right with that first bag. Russian is in with his first bag. Jeff does a whoopsie. Mickey goes off to the right just a little bit with that third bag. Russian's got 1 bag in. Now he has 2. Mickey has 2 on the board. Mickey goes up, has 3 on the board. Jeff goes up, knocking 2 of Mickey's bags off and makes it a wash. Well, oh, it was 7-on-4, so Mickey give up 4 points. I mean 3 points. Now the score's 12-18. I mean 12-19. All right, looks like we got everything going. They about ready to start the tournament. So we'll have a... What's up, Spencer? Got Spencer Matlock. Hey, how you doing? So... where's my man at? All right, welcome to the broadcast. We having a down and back right now. We got Lee Hagwood and Siri Theo facing Jennifer Cook and Leanne Klutz. Now, Jennifer's been improving, and Leanne has too. Now, these two ladies right here, they make a good team. Now, I don't know how Lee and Siri are going to be throwing tonight, but they've been throwing pretty good. Lee has. So we'll see how this goes here in just a few minutes. We done one down and back. Now we waiting on Jennifer Cook to come back. Siri Theo has been throwing pretty good. Or let's just use his first name as Siri. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming to the broadcast and watching us. Want to thank our sponsors tonight, Hartzell's Garage Doors. We have Bust You Up Cornhole. We got Kelly's Bars and Grills and Aftermarket Car Parts. We got Bag Junkies. Headlights Are Us, home of Krave Cornhole. Also, want to thank Bridges Corp and Angie's Pressure Washing. Thank you guys for your sponsorship here at Headlights Are Us. Krave Cornhole. Here's Miss Jennifer. She's here. She had to wait on her pad. So now we have the pad. We have the teams up. Now let's see if we can get them running. All right. That wasn't going to be too fair, was it, Miss Jennifer? Wasn't going to give you a down and back. Putting the heat on you right off the bat. All right, we have Siri and Jennifer throwing back down. They're doing their down and back now. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful shot. You only give up 1 point. That was beautiful. That was a good shot. You almost got points. All right, so we have Lee throwing against Leanne. Lee Hagwood's first bag is in. Leanne's off to the left and off of the board. Lee's in with his second bag. Leanne's off to the left. That bag's going to be out of play. Lee's in with his third bag. It's 9-on-1 right now. Ooh, Leanne's off to the left again. Lee's up. He's off to the right and off the board. Oh, and Leanne's up and in, making it a 5-on-9, and that saved her right there. If Lee would have made that last bag, it would have been 12-on-5. That would have been bad, but here we go. We got Siri up. He's off to the right. He's over on Jennifer's side of the board. Jennifer goes up and goes in with her first bag. Siri's in. Jennifer's in with that second bag. Siri's in. Jennifer's up. She sets up a block on the left-hand side. Siri goes around it and goes in. Jennifer goes up and goes in for a 10-10 wash. Good shot. Good shot. Jennifer, that's Mickey's wife, and you know, her and Mickey have created this establishment here for this venue for us, and we have a ball down here. We got a lot of good players, a lot of competitive. Here's Lee Hadgood. His first bag is in. There's Leanne. Her first bag's off to the right, but that bag could be got. It's still playable. Oh, she goes up. She pushes it just a little bit around. Lee goes in easy twice and goes in. Leanne goes off to the left with that next bag. Lee's up the middle with his last bag and leaves it sitting there in the middle. Now let's see what Leanne's going to do here. Oh, she goes up and hits on the left-hand side. It's going to be 10 on 5. Here's Siri. His first bag's off to the right again. Jennifer's first bag's up to the middle, and she's got a level 1 block sitting in the hole. Siri drags her bag in. Jennifer goes up. She sets up on the right-hand side, and it's in her lane, but it's way down the board, and it's a little bit far to the right than she wanted. Siri goes up with an airmail and hits it. Jennifer goes up and goes off to the left. It's going to be 10 on 5. Making the score 14-0 right now. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Yes, Spencer Matlock, I'm doing great. How are you doing, man? Good to hear from you. Lee Hagwood's first bag's off to the right. He sets up a level 1 block. Leanne goes up, and Lee pushes Leanne's bag around, and Leanne goes up the middle. Whoa, that's a beautiful block, and it's on the slick side. Lee tries to go around the bag, knocks Leanne's bag in. Leanne goes up kind of hard. She pushes Lee's bag around in front of her bag. Lee goes up with an airmail. He hits his bag and goes in, but he flips to the back of the board with his last bag. Leanne goes up hard, goes off to the left, and it's going to be 5 on 5 for a wash. So here we go. Here's Jennifer. Siri throws his first bag to the right. He's in Jennifer's lane. Jennifer goes a little bit hard and goes to the right and goes off the board. Siri goes up. He hits that bag and goes in with his next bag. Jennifer sits up beside of that first bag he threw for a block. Then he goes off to the right. Jennifer goes up. She goes off to the left just a little bit. Siri goes up for airmail and misses. Jennifer goes up hard and it stops, but it's 3 on 5. All right, here's Leanne and Lee Hagwood. Hagwood's first bag is in. Leanne's first bag's off to the left, but that bag's not out of play. Lee's in with that next bag of his. Leanne's up. She throws kind of hard and it hits the front of the board right in front of the hole and goes to the back of the hole. But that bag is still leaning in. She goes up again. She drags one of Lee's bags in. Lee goes up. He goes off to the right just a little bit, and it's out of his lane. It's 10 on 8, giving up 2 points. Here goes Theory. Siri's off to the right and off of the board. Jennifer's up. She's off to the left. It's in Siri's lane. Siri's in with that next bag. Jennifer's up. She sets up a level 1 block in front of Siri. Siri goes up. He knocks her bag to the right and goes in the hole. And Jennifer closes the gap just a little bit here. Oh, 6 on 3, giving up 6 on 9, giving up 3. It's going to be 21-0. Favor Lee Hagwood and Siri Theo against Jennifer Cook and Leanne Klutz. Oh yeah, Spencer. Keep on practicing. That's what makes these guys good, is all the practice time that they put in. This is all practice to us. When I come down here, I want to practice, but I don't get here early enough sometimes, and I didn't today. So we have Lee Hagwood and Siri Theo throwing against Brandon Shue and Perry Lee. Come on, Brandon. Do this, man. All right, Brandon and Lee are going to start this round off, going into our second game. Lee Hagwood, this is just a down and back, so it means nothing. They're just throwing bags to see who can get the closest to the hole or in the hole or whatever, just like a regular game. Lee Hagwood got his airmail on tonight. So let's see how Siri and Perry do. Perry Lee throwing from the end, throwing against Siri. Siri's in with a first bag. Perry's in. Siri's in. Perry's in. Siri's in. Perry sets up a diamond block on front of the board. Siri goes up airmail and hits it. Oh, and Perry goes off to the left, missing that bag sitting in front of the hole. All right, so here we go. Got Lee Hagwood starting off. First bag is off. It's off to the left, but it's sitting in the hole. Brandon goes off to the right. He goes off. Lee knocks knocks the bag in. Brandon drags Lee's bag in and goes in with it. Now it's Brandon's in. Lee's in for a 10. Oh, and Brandon goes off the back of the board just a little bit. Too much on the bag, and it goes off the back, giving up 4 points now. Here's Siri, his first bag's to the back of the board, but it's hanging in. It's hanging past the blue zone. Perry's off to the right with that first bag of his. Siri's in with the next bag. Perry goes off to the right, goes off to the side of the board. Siri's in with his next bag. It's 7 on 1 right now. Now it's 7 on 4, 9 on 4, 12 on 4. Perry goes in for a 7, making it 5 on 12, giving up 5 points. The score now is 9-0. You got Lee Hagwood. They still have control of the board. It's Lee's first bag. His first bag is in the hole. Brandon's first bag is to the bottom of the board. He sets up a level 3 block on his side of the board. Lee's up. He sets up in front of the hole. Brandon drags Lee's bag in. Lee goes in with his third bag. Brandon's up and he's off to the right and goes off the back of the board with that third bag of his. Lee's in with the fourth bag. Brandon's in off to the right. It's going to be 12 on 5, giving up 7 points, making it 16-0 now. So here we go. Here goes Siri. He's in with his first bag. Lee's up. He's off to the right. Perry's up. He's off to the right. Series in with his second bag. Perry tries to drag that bag up, but he stays too much to the right, so one bag's going to be out of play. The other bag, he has a wall up, so he could possibly drag that bag, but he does a whoopsie. Series in with his last bag. Perry's off the back of the board. It's going to be 12 on 2, and that's going to be the end of this game right here. It's going to be 26-0. Now that's 2 in a row that Hagwood and Siri have won 21-0. So here we go, Scotty Clark and Josh Klutz against Brandon Shue and Perry Lee. Come on, Brandon. Let's go, Josh. All right, so we got Scotty Clark, Josh Klutz against Brandon Shue and Perry Lee. Now, Brandon and Perry are in the losers bracket. I don't know where Scotty Clark and Josh Klutz are. I don't know if they've already played a game and won or lost. But anyway, here they're throwing their down and back right now. So this is just down and backs. All right, they done the spin. So here we go. Brandon Shue has first bag. His first bag is a whoopsie. Josh Klutz is in. Brandon Shue's up. He's off to the left, off the board. Josh Klutz is in, 6 on 0 now. Brandon's off to the right. Josh is off to the left. Both of those bags are going to be out of play. Brandon finally made one in the hole. Josh goes up. It's going to be 8 on 4. All right, Scotty Clark. Scotty Clark is off to the left. I mean, off to the right. He's in with his second bag. Lee was off to the left with his first bag. He's off of the board with his second bag. Scotty's back to the side on the right-hand side. Lee puts a bag in front of the hole on the right-hand side, and Scotty blocks it. Lee goes up for airmail and does an N1. That was a beautiful shot, making it a 5-on-5 wash, washing the round out. That was beautiful. That was a good shot. Didn't score no points, but he didn't lose no points either. That was even just as good. Here's Josh up. He's in with his first bag. Brandon's off to the right. He's in Josh's lane. Josh turns that bag around, pushing it up just a little bit to the right. Brandon sets up that bag in front of it. Josh does a roll drag and drags the bag in. Brandon's in with his third bag. Josh is in with his fourth bag. Brandon's in with his fourth bag, making it a 10-on-12, giving Josh and Scotty 2 more points. Here's Scotty. His first bag is up and it's off to the right just a little bit. It's out of play. Lee's in with his first bag. Scotty's up. He's in with his second bag. Lee's off to the left and off of the board with his second bag. Scotty flips over the hole and flips it on the slick side to the back of the board on the right-hand side. Lee's off to the left with that next bag. Scotty's up. He's off to the left. That bag's going to be out of play. Lee goes up. He goes up easy. It's 6-4 right there. Giving up 2 more points. Giving up 1 point. Here's Josh Clutch. His first bag is in. Brandon Shue, his first bag sets up on the left. He's in level 1. He's almost in the hole right there with Josh's next bag. Josh goes up hard, pushes Brandon's bag on end. Brandon goes up. He sets up behind Josh's bag. Josh goes around those bags and goes in. Now Brandon's got to do the same thing, and he does, making it a 10-on-8. And Brandon Shue and Perry Lee are on the board with 2 points. So here we go. Perry Lee's going to have first bag. His first bag is off to the left. It hit on the right-hand side, swirled around to the left in the center of the board. Scotty Clark goes up over that bag and goes in. Lee tries to go around it. He's trying to push it up just a little bit closer. Scotty's back up again, goes off to the right, misses the hole. His airmail. Lee pushes that bag on up just a little bit further. Scotty goes off to the right. That bag is going to be out of play. Lee goes up a little bit easy for a 4. Scotty goes up, puts it on the board for 5, making it a 5-on-4, getting 1 more point. So here we go. We got Josh Clutch. His first bag is in the hole. Brandon Shue, he's off and he hits the lower part of the board, and he hangs there. Josh is in with that second bag. Shue tries to knock that bag up. Josh goes up and around all of those bags and goes in. Shue pushes it up the middle. Josh goes up trying to go in with the next airmail and misses. It's still 9-on-3 right now. Ooh, and Brandon goes up for airmail and misses. And it's still 9-on-3, giving up 6 points to Scotty Clark and Josh Klutz. Scotty Clark's first bag. His first bag's off to the right. It's in Lee's lane. Lee goes up easy, trying to go up easy. Scotty goes up and in with his next bag. Lee goes up. He bounces off of Scotty's bag and goes to the right. Scotty goes up the middle, sets up a level 2 block just outside of the blue zone. Scotty's up. He hits his bag hard and goes in for a 10. Ooh, and Lee goes off to the right, and that bag stays on the board, but it goes behind. So now the score is 20-2. Josh Klutz has first bag. His first bag is off to the right, but it's setting in the hole. Brandon comes up. He puts up a level 1 block. Josh goes around that bag. His second bag's in the hole. Brandon goes in, makes a beautiful shot, and goes in with that bag, leaving Klutz's bag on the board. Klutz goes up with an airmail, making it a 10 on 8, and that's going to be the game. Don't go nowhere, Scotty. Don't go nowhere. Y'all be right back up. Nope. We got court 2 right now. No, y'all ain't up yet. Y'all gonna go back up here. Y'all be back up here. Cause see, y'all knocked them out right there because that was their second loss, so they're out. No, you don't have. You ain't gonna have time because they'll have you up here in just a minute.
Well, we're gonna play whoever wins that one.
Well, if you do, that's gonna be a little bit. Then it'll take a little bit for this game. Go smoke.
I'll come get you.
Go smoke. Bring me a soda back when you come. Dr. Pepper will be fine.
Dr. Pepper guy.
Yeah, I like Dr. Pepper. Here, I got some money here. Come here and get the money.
I'm gonna get it. Okay. Yes, sir.
I can go get it. I got time. No, I can go get it because I got time because there ain't nobody playing.
I know what it is. He's trying to get me something close to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold him back. I don't want him to kill you.
Trying to save his lungs for
I'm trying to save his life. I ain't worried about his lungs. I bet P-Daddy's wishing the same thing. Yep, Scotty Clark and Josh Klutz is up on board 1 against Seth Crawford and Landon Yao. Landon Yao. See, you really didn't have time, really. But I'm going to smoke one for you if you want.
You don't need to smoke. He said, go ahead and say it. You're right.
I'll make a sacrifice.
Take it easy.
All right, we got Landon Yao and Seth Crawford throwing against Scotty Clark and Josh Klutz. Landon Yao's got 2 bags in front of the hole right now. Let me get him transitioned in. Josh puts a bag behind those 2 bags. He's got it blocked. Landon goes up for a push, goes off to the left. Josh goes up. He sets another bag up on the right-hand side of the board behind Landon's bag. He takes one bag in. Josh goes up, just lays it up on the board for a 4, and it's 6 on 4, only giving up 2 points. That was a pretty smart move, in my opinion. Of course, now that's just my opinion. All right, Seth is up. He's in with his first bag. Clark's in with his first bag. Seth is in with his second bag. Clark is in with his second bag. Seth is in. Clark is in. That's 9 on 9 right now. Seth is in for a 12. Clark is off to the left and goes off the back of the board, giving up 3 points. And it's going to be 5-0 right now. So here's Landon Yao throwing back down against Josh Klutz. Landon's first bag's off to the left. Now that bag's still playable. Josh goes off the back of the board. Landon pulls that bag in, going in. Josh goes in with his next bag. Landon goes up. He tries the airmail. He hits the airmail, but he leaves that bag sitting there on the left-hand side. He leaves it sitting that time. Also, Josh goes off to the right. It's going to be a 9 on 10. I mean, an 8 on 10. I'm sorry. Seth Crawford's first bag is in. No, it's off to the left. Scotty Clark's off to the right and off of the board. Seth is in with his second bag. Clark is in with his second bag. Seth has a bag off to the left. Clark goes off to the right, trying to go around that bag, but he didn't put enough spin on it to spin it in the hole. Oh, there he goes. That bag is still... Oh, is it going to go in? Is it going to go in? Oh, it stopped. It would not make it. Making it a 10 on 5. Now the score's 10-0. Landon Yao's up with his first bag. It's off to the left. Josh sits up behind it. Landon goes up. He sits up behind Josh's bag. Josh tries to push his bag in, but goes off to the right and off the board. Landon goes up for an airmail. Josh goes up. He knocks the 2 bags in and goes in with one of his. Landon goes around that bag and goes in. Josh goes around them bags and goes in. It's going to be 7 on 7. It's going to be a wash. So here we go. Seth Crawford still has first bag. His first bag is up and it's in the hole. Scotty's up. He's off to the right and off the board. Seth is off to the right and to the back of the board. Scotty's in with his second bag. Seth is in with his third bag. Scotty's in with his third bag. Seth is in. Scotty's off to the right, giving up 3 more points, making it 13-0. Landon Yao have first bag. Landon Yao's first bag's up the middle. He sets up a level 2 block. Josh follows in behind him. Landon goes up for an airmail, misses. Josh goes up for a hard push. He pushes him closer to the hole. Seth is calling for a timeout. He's showing Landon where to hit. He hits that bag, drags it in. Josh drags it up, and he knocks Landon's bag off the back of the board with his bag, and his bag stays. Landon goes up for a cut bag. He goes up. Josh goes up hard. Going to be 3 on 4, only giving up 1 point. Seth and Landon still have control of the board. Seth's off to the left. He's in Clark's zone. Clark goes off to the right. He sits up right behind Seth's bag. Seth goes up, airmail, misses. Scott goes up trying to go around those bags, and he goes to the left. Oh, and Seth goes up. He tries to go around it and goes to the back of the board on the right hand side. Now he can do an airmail drag here, possibly. He goes up with a hard push. He takes one of Clark's bags in with him. Clark goes up, just going to put it on the board, and he does a whoopsie. So here we go. Trying to catch up and get better. Yeah, Spencer, that's what you need to do, boy. Hang in there. Keep throwing them bags, man. Landon Yao has a bag off to the right. He tries to go around Josh's bag. Josh goes up the middle, dragging that bag. He's got 2 in at 6-on-3 right now. Josh goes up. He puts up a block in front of Landon. Your Landon goes up for an airmail and hits it. Josh goes up for a push. What a bag. What a push drag. Beautiful shot, Josh Klutz. Beautiful. Josh Klutz just made a beautiful shot there. So here we go. Scotty and him are finally on the board. Scotty goes to the right with that first bag. Seth goes around that bag and goes in. Scotty goes up and he's in. Seth is in. Scotty's off to the right and off the side of the board. Seth is up. He sets up behind Scotty's bag. Scotty steps out. He goes off to the right again. Oh, and Seth goes up trying for a hard push. He pushes the bags up, and one of his bags almost falls, but not quite. But it's still going to be 8-on-5. Making it 18-4 now. And Landon throws his first bag to the bottom of the board on the right-hand side in Josh's lane. Josh goes up past it. Landon throws one up the middle. Josh goes up the middle and pushes Landon's bag to the left, setting his bag up in the middle of the board. Landon goes up with a roll shot and hits it. Beautiful bag. That was a beautiful bag. Josh goes up the hard airmail, pushes Landon's bag off to the left. Landon goes up for another roll. Josh goes up for an airmail, and it's going to be 6-on-3. Landon missed a roll, and Josh missed the airmail. Seth's first bag is in. Scott's first bag's off to the right just a little bit. That bag still can be played. Seth is in with his second bag. Clark pushes his own bag off to the right just a little bit. Seth sets up a block on the center of the board. It's a diamond block. Clark steps out and goes off the board. Seth goes up, dragging those 2 bags in. Oh, and Clark goes off to the right, and that's going to be the game right there. Seth Crawford and Landon Yao take down Scotty Clark and Josh Klutz. Hey, how come you doing your toy thing at the fairgrounds this year? Long story? Okay, well, let's don't go there then. Yeah. Yeah. Really? Yeah. So he was making money for himself. Man, that goes to show you whenever you do good, evil is always present. All right, Seth Crawford landing now against Mickey Cook and Penny Arant. Get him, Mickey. Let's go, Big Daddy.
Hey, Penny. Quick, I need to get something out of
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
How you doing, Krave?
I'm good. How are you doing, John? Chef John. There you go, Penny. There you go. Come on now. John Perez likes your post. Going live just a bit. Hey, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Want to appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. I didn't know how many we had. Spencer, I'll tell you what. I hope you get the opportunity, Spence, to do the practicing that you need to do and to get ready for upcoming events here at Headlights or Us, Krave Cornhole. And also for the ACL, I hope to have the opportunity to play in more of the ACL tournaments this year. But I might end up back here at this desk. I don't know yet. I got to see how things go for me. But I'm trying to get out there and get into the seniors group and get into the seniors league this year to try to promote myself a little bit out there, put myself out there. Anyway, we have Seth Crawford, Landon Yao throwing against Mickey Cook and Penny Arant. They've had one down and back. Now here they go. They've just about completed everything. They're just about ready to go live. This is going to go live right here. These bags will be live. Landon Yao will be throwing against Mickey Cook. Seth Crawford will be throwing against Penny Arant. Landon has first bag. His first bag's up, and he does a whoopsie. Mickey's in with his first bag. Landon's off to the left just a little bit. Mickey's up and off to the right. His bag's still on the board. Landon misses that bag. Mickey goes up with an airmail and hits that bag. Oh, I think they was just doing another down and back is all they were doing. Yes, that's all they were doing. Just a down and back. Here's Penny. I said these bags was going to be live, but I lied. I lied. I am a liar. Okay. Now here we go. We got our good lucks gone. Everybody's wished everybody good luck. Landon spins. It's on Mickey Cook. So Mickey has first bag. So here we go. These bags are live. Mickey's first bag's off to the left just a little bit. Landon's off to the left, but his bag's setting in the hole. Mickey tries to go past Landon's bag and goes a little bit too far to the right, or Landon sets up in the middle of the board with his next bag. Mickey knocks one of Landon's bags in, leaving Landon's bag to the left, setting up against his bag. He takes that bag. It's going to be 12 on 6, favor Landon Yao. So here we go. Seth Crawford has first bag. His first bag's off to the left, just setting in Penny's lane. Penny goes up kind of easy and goes to the center of the hole. She's got a level 2 block sitting in front of the hole. Seth goes up trying to go between them and goes too far to the left and goes to the back of the board. Penny drags Seth's bag on the left-hand side out of play. Seth uses Penny's bags to go in. Penny drags 2 bags in. Seth goes to the back of the board with that next bag. Penny's up and Penny's in for a 10-on-6. Getting back 4 of those 6 points that Mickey just lost to Landon. So here we go. Mickey has first bag. Oh, Mickey goes off to the left, but his bag's still on the board. Landon goes off to the left, but it's in his lane. He can use Mickey's bag. Mickey sets up, pushes up against Landon's bag, pushing it more away from the hole. Landon goes up. He goes around Mickey's bag and goes in, leaving Mickey's bag sitting. Now Landon has an opportunity here to drag this bag on the left-hand side. He steps out, tries to drag it, but he goes, pushes it to the back of the board. It's going to be a 10-10 wash. Oh, and no, it's 8-on-10, giving Mickey and Penny 2 more points, tying the game up 6-6. Here goes Penny. Her first bag's up and it's off to the right just a little bit. It's to the back of the board. It could work its way back down. Seth was in with his first bag. Penny's in with her second. Seth is up with a level 1 block. Penny goes up and goes around Seth's bag and goes in. Seth goes up trying to push that bag and misses it. Penny goes in, dragging Seth's bag with him. It's 7-on-10 right now. Seth goes off to the right and off the back of the board, making it a 7-on-10, giving up 3 points. Now Mickey Cook and Penny Arant has taken the lead 9-6. Here we go. We got Mickey. He's up. They have control of the board right now. Mickey has first bag. He goes up the middle when he's in. Landon goes up. He sets up a level 2 block in front of the hole. Mickey goes up, does a side-by-side. Landon goes up. He tries to drag that bag forward. He does get it forward, but he goes off to the left with that one bag of his. Then Mickey goes up, knocking his bag in. Landon sets up on the right-hand side up against Mickey's bag. Mickey goes in with his next bag. Landon goes in trying to drag that bag on the right, misses it, giving up 2 more points. It's going to be 11-6 now. Here we go. Penny has bag control. She sets up on the right-hand side. That's in Seth's lane. Seth goes up and tries to go around that bag and goes just a little bit to the left, and Penny does a whoopsie. Seth is up. He goes up. That bag drips in. Penny goes up. That bag right there is going to fall too. Here it goes. Seth's going to drag it. There it went. Penny's up. That bag almost went. If Seth's bag hadn't have stopped it, it would have went on in. It might go in this round. Seth goes easy. But Penny had a bag off the board, making it 8-on-5. All right, here's Landon Yell. They have control now. Landon throws a level 3 block up on Mickey on the right-hand side. Mickey goes up and goes to the left and goes off of the board. Landon goes up. He sets up another level 3 on that side of the right-hand side in Mickey's lane. Mickey sets a bag up in front, right beside of Landon's bag. Landon goes up with a hard push. He pushes the bag just a little bit further. Mickey goes up for airmail. He didn't make the airmail, but his bag stayed on. Landon goes up, dragging 2 bags in. Mickey goes up trying to drag a bag. It's 10-on-7. 10-on-3, giving up 7 points. Now making it 16-11. Now Seth and Landon have taken the lead, and we have a lead change. Seth is off to the right. He's trying to put a block up. Penny goes off to the right behind Seth's bag. Now Seth goes up, pushing that bag a little bit closer. Penny goes up, tries to go around it, and ends up going off the board. Seth goes up, pushes them 2 bags in. Penny pushes her bag in along with another one of Seth's bags. Now Seth gets his bag. Oh, that's going to be a 12 on 5, and that's going to be the game. Landon Yao, Seth Crawford take down Mickey Cook and Penny Arant. All right, Zach Donahue and Wesley Hartzell just won on court 2. I feel sure they're going to be working their way over this way next. They beat Robert Clark and Vince Robertson. Where you going, boy? We got Amy Gore coming up against Dewey Smith and Ryan Stidham. We got Amy Gore and Jacob Gore, mother and son, playing against Dewey Smith and Ryan Stidham. All right. So here we go. Can you hear me? I'm sure you can. This is going to be the down and back for Dewey and Jacob. All right. Ryan is off to the right with that first bag. He knocks Amy's bag in with his second bag and knocking both of his bags off the board. Amy's in already. Ryan finally goes in. Amy goes off to the right. Ryan goes up in the end with his last bag. Amy goes up, and I think that was their down and back final. Down and back right there. So now we got Dewey and Jacob Gore. I think they're going to be starting this thing out. And we are live this time around. I'm sorry, folks. I don't never know when they're going live and when they're not until they start punching the scoreboard. Jacob's in with his first bag. Dewey's up. He sets up a level 1 block on the right-hand side. Jacob goes up against Dewey's back. Dewey goes up. It's going up for hard push, and he just goes kindly to the left, bounces over to the left. Jacob does a roll bag, does it by accident. Ooh. Jacob goes up hard, knocking Dewey's bag off, but going off himself. Dewey goes up for airmail and misses. It's going to be 4 on 1. No, it's going to be 7 on 1. So here we go. Ryan's got his work cut out for him. Dewey's making it a little heavy carry on him. Amy's in with her first bag. Ryan's up. He sets up a level 2 block on Amy. Amy pushes up against Ryan's bag. Now Amy's already got a bag in the hole. Ryan goes up trying to go around that bag, and it goes to the right, but it's kind of hanging in the hole backside. Oh, Amy knocks one of Ryan's bags in, but she left her bag sitting out there on the board. Ryan goes up and tries a hard bag up, but ends up going up against Amy's bag on the right-hand side, if you notice on your screen. Now Amy can push her bag in, leaving Ryan's bag over to the right, and it's going to make Ryan's bag harder to pull in. He's really going to have to step out and get the right angle on this bag to really get it to go in without taking Amy's fourth bag in. Now, Amy and Jacob have had their little talk here. They're talking about it. They're trying to see what they want to do. Amy's, that's his mother, so you know they have teamed up tonight, so she's going to push on the fast side. Oh, she hit it hard enough, but the bag just went too fast to the left. So now Ryan has an opportunity here. He goes up, he knocks Amy's bag in for a 7 on 6. So here we go. We got Dewey throwing against Jacob. Jacob's off to the left. That bag's going to be out of play. Dewey's up and in with his first bag. Jacob's in with his second bag. Dewey's in with his second bag. Jacob's in with his third bag. Dewey's up. He's setting up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Jacob drags it. It's 9 on 9 right now. 9 on 10. 12 on 10. Dewey's gained 2 points. So now Dewey and Ryan Stedham will have the first bag. They've got board control now. They're on the board. So it's Ryan throwing against Amy back down. So let's see what happens. Ryan's first bag's off to the left. That's in Amy's lane. And it's set up just right outside of the blue zone. Amy's up. She goes over to the left just a little bit, but that bag's still on the board. Ryan's up. He's off to the right, but that bag is still playable. Amy goes up. He's trying to go around that bag and ends up pushing up against Ryan's bag. Now Ryan has a choice here. Ryan goes up the middle. He's trying to bring them bags a little bit closer in. Amy goes up hard. She takes one of Ryan's bags and her bag in. Ryan goes up and goes around them, leaving that bag on the left-hand side to block. Amy goes up and does a roll bag and goes in, and it's going to be 8 on 8. Beautiful shot by Amy Gore. Dewey has first bag. It goes off to the left just a little bit. Jacob is in with his first bag. Dewey's next bag is in. Jacob's in. Dewey's off to the right on the other side of the board. Jacob's up the middle. He sets up a level 1 block. Dewey goes up. He tries to hit just behind Jacob's bag to go in with it. It's going to be 12 on 6, making it 13-2 now. Amy has first bag. Amy's first bag is in the hole. Ryan's first bag is off to the right. He's in his lane. Amy goes up, sits up side, kindly to the left of Ryan's bag, and blocks him from getting to that bag. Ryan goes up hard. He pushes his bag and Amy's bag together up closer to the hole. But now here's Amy. Amy goes to the right, goes off of the board. Ryan goes up hard. Amy goes up. She knocks one bag in. It's 7 on 3 right now. Oh, Ryan goes up too hard, but he knocks one of Amy's bags off, making it a 6 on 3, giving up 3 points. He missed his hard push. Jacob's off the back of the board with his first bag. Dewey's up and off to the left with his first bag, but that bag's not out of play. Jacob brings it around just a little bit, but goes in the hole without it. Dewey's stepping out. Dewey drags it just a little bit closer. Jacob bumps it just a little bit. Dewey goes in without touching it. Jacob goes up and goes in without dragging it in. Oh, and Dewey goes in. It's a 9 on 9 wash.
He don't want to score. He don't want a point.
He don't want a point. He don't want a point. Not this round. All right, here's Amy. Amy Gore they still have control of the boards. Here we go. Amy's first bag is up. She sets up a level 3 block just on the right-hand side of Ryan's bag, of Ryan's lane. Ryan goes up, sits up beside of Amy's bag. Now Amy goes up hard, goes off to the right and goes off the board. Ryan goes up hard, pushes Amy's bag further in front of his bag and goes off. Amy goes up straight up the middle, landing between back on the back side of Ryan's bag and right there under. Looks like her bag might be. Oh, and Ryan knocks one of Amy's bags in and goes off the board. Amy goes up with a hard bag and misses the shot. But now here's Ryan. He's got to be in to save this, to save him. Oh, and he goes in, but he goes off the board. He gives up 1 point, making it 17-2 now. Jacob's up. He's in with his first bag. Dewey's up. He's off to the left with his first bag. Jacob's off to the right with his next bag. Dewey's up the middle. He takes that bag of his in on the left-hand side and goes up, and he sets up a bag right there on the left-hand side of the hole. He almost pushes it in right there. He's got one more bag left. Jacob goes up. He pushes one of Dewey's bags in and goes in. Oh, and Dewey goes up and goes around it and goes to the back side. He misses that board setting right in the hole. Now, what a shot. That was a good shot, but it was a good shot for Jacob Gore and not Dewey Smith. Just went right around that bag, and it was setting right there in the hole. Now, here we go. We got Amy. She's throwing first. They still have control of the board, 17-2. Amy's off to the right with her first bag. There's Ryan. His first bag is in. Amy's next bag is off to the right again. Ryan's up the middle again with his bag. Amy finally gets it straight, goes up the middle and goes in. Ryan's up. He sets up a level one block in front of, on the right-hand side up against Amy's bag. He has a wall, and he goes up and he throws the bag off to the right and goes off the board, missing everything. But he got 2 points. So now it's going to be 17-4. Here's Dewey Smith. He has first bag. His first bag is in. Jacob's first bag is in. Dewey's next bag's off to the right in Jacob's lane. Jacob goes up, sets up beside of it. Dewey goes up for an airmail, hits Jacob's bag and rolls off. Jacob goes up with a push and goes in, taking his bag with him. Dewey's up. He's off the back of the board with that bag. Jacob's in, and that's going to be it. Amy Gore and Jacob Gore take down Dewey Smith and Ryan Stedham. Hey everybody, welcome to Krave Cornhole. We want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We have Hartzell's Garage Door and Company. We have Bust You Up Cornhole, Kelly's Bars and Grills. We got Bag Junkies, Headlights Are Us, Bridges Corp, and Angie's Pressure Washing. Our location is here at 120 Church Street, Northeast, Concord, North Carolina. Welcome you to come down and visit with us and have some fun. Our next game is about to be given out, and we'll start our next game right here in just a minute. But I just want to thank all of you guys for tuning in tonight. We had 11. We're down to 6 now, but they'll come back. This next game should be kind of interesting because the further along we get, the more interesting they get. So you guys stay tuned. might want to call you some friends and say, hey, we watching Krave Cornhole live here on Facebook. Why don't you give us a shout out? Shout out to us. Let us know where you from, where you watching from, and we'll greatly appreciate your helping us out with being noticed here on Facebook Live. We're trying to keep the broadcast going. Mickey's going to continue on next month. We're going to continue to do this every week here at Krave Cornhole. Now, I don't know that I'll be your announcer, but I will be around, and I'm sure that I'll step in at one point or another. Oh, well, we got one from Beach Mountain. Hello, Francis McGraw Cook. Oh, hey, Francis. Hope you having a good time. Yeah. Thank you, Francis. Thank you very much. Come on, folks. Hey, Francis. There's Rodney Love. Let's go, Magic Mike. Let's go, Rodney Love. Where you at tonight, Rodney? All right, we got Bryant Goodwin and Alyssa Goodwin. Oh, husband and wife team teaming up to face Seth Crawford and Landon Yao. This should make out for a good tournament here. Let me get y'all in transition here so y'all can see what's going on. They're just doing their down and back right now. Yep, I'm starting up my engine, ain't I? You hear me over here yawning. Let's go, Magic Mike. Thank you, Rodney Love. Appreciate your comment. This should be an interesting game here. We got a mother and son team, and we got a husband and wife team here tonight, so this should be pretty fun. Well,
The button on the bottom changes the flavor.
all right, so we have Seth Crawford throwing against Bryant Goodwin. We got Alyssa Goodwin throwing against Landon Yao. So Alyssa, she throwed first bag. Landon, they're not ready to start. This is still their down and backs. All right, so they're ready. They're going to go ahead and start. Seth and Bryant are starting up here on the upper end to the left of the desk here. Seth is over to the right with his first bag. Now that's going to be totally out of Bryant's lane. Bryant has an open lane here, right up the middle, and he goes in, pushing Seth's bag over just a little bit more to the right. Seth goes up. He drags the bag up the board, but he still pushes it off to the left. Bryant sets it up a bag on the right-hand side against Seth's bag. Seth goes in, dragging a bag with him, but he left the bag up. Bryant goes in with his bag, his third bag. Seth is in with his fourth bag. Bryant's in with his fourth bag, making it a 10-on-8. Now here's Alyssa. She has first bag. This is Bryant's wife. She's in with her first bag. Landon's off to the right. He sets up on the right-hand side in her lane. She tries to go around it, but she goes off to the left. Landon goes to the back of the board. He's got a bag up against her bag. She pushes up for a shot, cut shot, and ends up going to the back of the board, knocking her bag off on the back side. Now she goes in with her last bag. Landon goes up and goes to the left, and Landon gives up a point. So right now the score is 3-0, favor Bryant Goodwin and Alyssa Goodwin. Bryant has first bag. Bryant's first bag's off to the right, but that bag's kindly hanging in the hole. Seth pushes up against Bryant's bag. Bryant cuts up and goes up right up the middle, setting up behind Seth's bag. Seth goes up and goes around. He goes in the hole. Bryant goes up. He cuts the bag around. That's why they call him the cut god. Seth goes up. He hits up against Bryant's bag on the left-hand side. Bryant goes up, trying to do a roll cut. Seth goes up for airmail, misses. It's going to be 8-on-5, giving Bryant Goodwin and Alyssa Goodwin a 6-point lead right now. I thought he got 2 points. He only got 1 or none. It's a wash. Alyssa's in her first bag. Landon's in with his first bag. Alyssa's to the back of the board with that next bag. Landon sits up in the center of the board with a level 2 block. Alyssa goes up, pushing up against Landon's bag on the left. Her bag's on the right. Landon goes up. He drags Alyssa's bag on around. Alyssa's stepping out. She goes up. She pushes everything up closer to the hole. Landon has a bag to the right. Landon knocks his bag in and goes off of the board. Evidently it was they got 1 point. Seth's first bag is right here on the front of the board. He's trying for a level 4 block. Bryant goes up and goes into the front of the hole there. Seth tries to go around it and go in and goes off to the left just a little bit. Bryant goes up. He drags that bag, setting up his own bag in the hole. Seth goes around that bag and goes off the back of the board. Now Bryant's in with that next bag, dragging that second bag on in, so it's 9-on-2 right now. Here's Seth. He's in for a 5. Oh, and Bryant's over to the left, and he misses it. It's going to be 10-on-5. So now it's going to be 9-1 right now, and Alyssa is going to have the first bag. Alyssa's first bag's off to the right, but it's sitting at the back of the board. That bag's going to fall. Landon goes in with his first bag. Alyssa's up. She goes in, and that bag falls in. Landon's in. Alyssa's in. Landon's off to the right just a little bit with that next bag. Alyssa's in with her last bag. Landon goes up for a push, or goes around his bag and goes in for a giving up only 2. So now it's going to be 11-1. Here goes Bryant Goodwin. It's off to the left. That bag's going to be almost out of play. Seth goes in with his first bag. Bryant goes up. He sets up a level 1 block right there, a diamond block in front of the hole. Seth goes up trying to go between Bryant's 2 bags. Bryant goes up. He pushes it harder on up in the hole. Seth stepping out to the side. Seth goes up hard. He knocks one of Bryant's bags in and goes off the back of the board. Ooh, and Bryant tries to do a hard push, and he pushes his bag off to the left, and Seth tries to go around it. It's going to be 6 on 6. It's going to be a wash. So here we go. It's going to be 11-1 right now. Alyssa's first bag is in. Landon sets up a level 2 block in front of the hole in Alyssa's lane. Alyssa goes up, tries to go around that bag, but ends up going to the left of it just a little bit. Landon's got 2 bags sitting in the hole. Alyssa knocks one of them in, 2 of them in actually. Landon goes around Alyssa's bag and goes in. Alyssa goes up. She drags him 2 bags for a 10. Landon goes in for a 12. It's going to be 3-11 now. Here we go. Seth has first bag. His first bag is in the hole. Bryant's first bag, he sets it up for a level 1 block. Seth goes around, hits Bryant's bag and goes off to the left. Bryant sets up another block. He goes, Seth goes off to the left with that bag. Both of those bags are going to be completely out of play. Goodwin goes up with a hard roll shot, and he rolls up between Seth's bags in the hole, so he's got the complete hole broke, just about blocked. Seth goes around it and goes in. Brian goes up and he drags 3 bags in. He actually drags 2 bags, making it a 12 on 8. That was a beautiful drag. Alyssa's in with her first bag. Landon's off to the left, just outside of the hole. Alyssa's in with her second bag. Landon's up. He puts up another block in front of the hole. Alyssa goes off to the right, goes a little bit too far to the right. Landon goes up. He drags 2 bags and goes in. He leaves one on the left-hand side. Now, Alyssa don't have to go there, and she don't. That's going to be a 9 for Alyssa, 10 for Landon, giving them 1 point. So it's 4-15 now. Seth is up with his first bag, and it's in. Bryant Goodwin's off to the right, but that's in Seth's lane, so that bag is playable. Bryant goes up. He sets up another block. He's got a level 1 block on both sides of the hole. Seth goes up the middle trying to block Bryant from getting to those bags. Bryant goes up, tries a hard cut, goes off to the left, to the right, and then the bag spins back around to the left. That bag is going to be out of play. Each one of them has a bag out of play right now. Oh, Seth goes up trying a roll shot, ends up landing on top of his own bag. Now let's see what Bryant's going to do here. Oh, and Brian, and he knocks two bags in, one Seth's and one of his, but his bag sets up on one of Seth's bags like a shark fin. But he got 2 points. But it could have been a wash if that bag of Bryant's would have just rolled on in. Landon has a level 1 block on the right hand side. Alyssa tries to go around it but goes a little bit too far to the left. Landon sets up a block. He's got a block set up in the front of the hole. He drags 2 bags in, dragging the 3rd bag right there at the hole. Alyssa goes in with that bag. Landon goes in for a 12. Alyssa goes in for a 8. It's going to be 11-15 now. Here comes Seth Crawford. His first bag is in. Bryant Goodwin, he sets up a block on the right in the almost the center of the board in Seth's lane. Seth goes up hard, kind of hard, sets up beside of Bryant's bag. Now Bryant's got him a little wall there built up that he can use for push. He pushes over to the right, goes a little bit too far. Seth is going to try to go between them bags, and he does. It's a beautiful shot, and he left the bag sitting right there in front of the hole. Bryant goes up. He's trying to go around those bags to get in and ends up going off to the right with that bag. Seth goes in for a 12. It's 12 on 3. 12 on 8. Only giving up 4 points. But it makes the score 14-15 now. Landon Yow's off to the left with that first bag. His bag's going to be, and Alyssa sets up beside of Landon. Landon goes up, trying a roll shot, lands behind Alyssa's bag. Alyssa goes up, sets up behind that bag. Landon goes up for an airmail, misses. Alyssa just stays on the board. Landon goes up for another airmail and miss. And Alyssa goes up trying it and she misses. So here we go. Crawford has first bag and it's in. Goodwin has first game and it's in front of the hole. It's got a level 2 block. Seth steps up and out. Seth tries to go up against it but ends up going just a little bit too far to the left. Oh, and Bryant Goodwin does a beautiful cut shot push, pushes that bag in. Seth is in with his next bag. 6 on 4 right now. Oh, and Goodwin goes off to the left, setting up behind Seth Crawford's bag. Crawford goes up the middle and goes in. Goodwin goes up the middle and goes in. So here we go. Landon has first bag. He goes off to the left. He's got a level 2 block. Alyssa goes up and sets up behind Landon's bag. It's going to be hard for Landon to get this bag. He goes up. He throws, trying to drag that bag, but sets up beside of it. Now Alyssa has an opportunity here. Now she tried to go around it, but she ends up going off to the left just a little bit. Landon goes off to the right, goes to the back of the board. Alyssa goes up for airmail and hits it. So here we go. We're waiting on Landon now. He's talking things over with Seth. All right. Here we go. Landon sets up in front of the hole. Setting up behind Alyssa's bag. Alyssa's going to decide what she's going to do here. She could do a short airmail. She goes up. She lands on the board at 6 on 4. Only giving up 2 points. Here's Seth up. First bag. Seth goes up. He goes off to the left. He goes past the hole. That bag is going to be out of play. Good one's up. He sets up a level 1 block right in front of the hole. Seth is up. Seth goes up easy. He pushes Bryant's bag up just around just a little bit, but he's kind of got a wall there. He goes up trying to go up the edge of that bag and drag that bag and misses. It goes off the back of the board to the right. Oh, Seth jugged that bag up. He jugged one of Bryant's bags with him. So all of this is going to go right here. Oh. So here we go. Seth goes a little bit hard and goes off to the left. All right, Bryant. Let's see what Bryant Goodwin's going to do. Oh, he was going to go up and just lay it on the board, and he ends up doing a whoopsie. Landon throws up a level 1 block on the right-hand side in Alyssa's lane. Alyssa tries to go around him, and she goes up beside of him, making it. Now, Landon sits up on top of Alyssa's bag. Alyssa goes up, knocking one of Landon's bags in, but her bag knocks the other bag that Landon had off to the left. Now she has an opportunity to go up the middle. She does. She pushes Landon's bag back further to the back of the board. Landon goes up to block. Now Alyssa, she steps up and she goes up and she hits the hole. She hits the bag and knocks it in for a 6-on-6 wash. Not losing any points that round. Here's Seth. His first bag is up. It's over to the right. It's out of Bryant's lane, but it's on the right-hand side in Seth's lane. Bryant goes up, cuts around that bag, and almost goes in, but it's sitting there on the edge. Seth goes up. He knocks his bag up a little closer to the hole, but he goes off to the back. Bryant goes up. He drags Seth's bag in, leaving his bag sitting on the left-hand side on the edge of the hole. Seth goes up the middle for a straight-in shot. Goodwin goes up. He almost drags that bag in. Seth goes up, and he goes to the right and goes in. Goodwin goes in with that bag, washing the round out for a 10-10 wash. Good shot, Bryant. Here's Landon. Landon's first bag's off to the left. It's going to be out of Alyssa's lane. Alyssa can go up the middle, and she does, and goes in. Landon goes up. He sets up a level 1 block. Alyssa goes up. She pushes up against Landon's bag. She's got a wall also built up there. Oh, and she goes up. She sets up right in front of the hole. Landon tries to go around it. Oh, beautiful shot. Alyssa just made a beautiful shot. Goes up the middle, pushes one of her bags in, making it an 8-on-6. Here we go. Bryant has first bag. Bryant's first bag is off to the right. It's in Seth's lane on the right-hand side. Seth goes up. He sets up beside of Bryant's bag. Perfect shot. Bryant's up. He sets up behind Seth. Seth goes up hard. Goes off to the left just a little bit. Bryant stepping out just a little bit. He's going to try to go straight up the middle and drag these bags in the hole. Oh, he goes with a hard push. He's got them all three sitting in the hole. Seth has 2 bags left. Bryant has 1. Seth goes up hard. He tries to bump his bag in. All right, Bryant, let's see what he's going to do here. Where's he going to go? What is he going to do? Oh, he hits his bag, knocks 2 bags in. Seth has to drag 2 bags. Right here, if he just sits on the board, it's over. Oh, he knocks 1 bag in. It's going to be 10-on-8. Scores 19-18. This has been a good game, y'all. Oh, we got 15 watching. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys. Alyssa's first bag's off to the left. It's in Landon's lane, sitting in front of the hole. Landon tries to go around it and goes up right beside of it. Alyssa goes up, knocking that bag in. She's setting up on the left-hand side. Landon goes in, knocking 1 bag, pushing 1 bag back to the right just a little bit. Alyssa drags it in. Landon drags it. He's in. Oh, Alyssa goes to the right. Oh, Landon goes to the right. So now the score is 19 to 20. Seth Crawford and Landon Yao have taken the lead, but they still need 1 point. Oh, and Seth is off to the left with that first bag. If Bryant can go in with all 4 bags, it's going to be over. But he's got to have all 4 of these bags in the hole. His first bag's off to the left. It's in Seth's lane. Seth goes straight up the middle and goes in. No, it's in Bryant's lane. Bryant goes in with that bag. Seth is up the middle and he falls a little bit short. Bryant Goodwin is stepping out. He's going to try to drag this bag. Oh, he drags it. What a shot. What a shot Bryant Goodwin just made. He drugged that bag in. It's going to be 9-on-5 right now. Seth Crawford tries to drag that bag. He knocks it in, but he goes off to the right, off the back of the board. Bryant Goodwin's up. He tries to airmail it, but he misses, but it's still 10-on-7. Giving Bryant Goodwin and Alyssa Goodwin to win. That was a good game right there. Hey, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. Thanks to everyone. I appreciate everyone that has tuned into this broadcast tonight. I wish I knew who you were and where you were at. I only got one response, and Frances McGraw Cook, the sweetest lady on earth. Thank you, Frances. All right, so we have Alyssa Goodwin and Bryant Goodwin back up against Lee Hagwood and Siri Theo. They're doing their down and back right now. You hear me over here belling like an old bull? That means I'm ready to go home and go to bed. All right, we got two. We got two back on here. Sorry about that, folks. I hate it goes. Need to let y'all see what's going on, I guess. All right. Whew. I think we fixing to start here. Bryant Goodwin, Alyssa Goodwin, Lee Hagwood, Siri Theo. And it's game time. These bags are live. Siri with first bag is off to the left, but it's hanging in the hole. Alyssa's in. She goes to the right. She misses Siri's bag, and Siri does a whoopsie with that next bag. Alyssa goes up against Siri's bag. Siri drags them all in. Alyssa's up. She's in with that third bag. Siri's off to the in front of the hole. He sets up in front of the hole. Alyssa goes up, lays it up on the board for three.
You didn't get out my sister, Lee.
Oh, I didn't even see that one out there. Now I'm pissed.
Let's go, Magic Mike. Come on, Bryant. Let's go. Bryant's off to the right. That bag's just a little bit too low. Lee goes off to the left. Both of these bags are going to be out of play. Bryant goes off to the left again. He's sitting on the left-hand side. Lee goes up. He hits Bryant's bag, goes up, setting up in the middle of the board. Bryant goes up, setting up against Lee's bag. Lee goes up hard, dragging that bag and going in. Bryant goes up. He drags two in. It's going to be 8-10. Giving up 2 points. Score now is 3-2. Favor Bryant Goodwin and Alyssa Goodwin. But Lee Hagwood and Siri have control of the board right now. Siri's first bag is up and it's in. Alyssa's first bag is in. Siri's in. Alyssa follows up with a front block. Siri knocks Alyssa's bag in. Alyssa goes hard up, just a little harder up than she normally does. Goes off to the left. Siri goes off to the left. Alyssa goes around Siri's bag and goes in. Beautiful shot for Alyssa Goodwin. Beautiful. Yeah, she is hot. Lee Hagwood has first bag. His first bag is in. Bryant Goodwin sets up a level 2 block in front of the hole. Lee pushes Bryant's bag up just a little bit closer. Bryant stepping out to the left. He goes up. He drags that bag with a replacement block. Lee goes up. He hits that bag and goes in, but he leaves Bryant's bag sitting right there in the hole. Bryant's up. He drags those two bags and goes in. That's 9-7. 9-10. Oh, and Bryant goes off to the left, but it stays on the board, so it's going to be a 10-10 wash. Nobody giving up points on that round. Here we go, Siri. His first bag's off to the right. It's in Alyssa's lane, but it's not in the middle of the hole. Alyssa goes in, straight up the middle. Siri's up. His bag falls in. Alyssa's up, and she goes off to the left just a little bit. Siri pushes her bags around just a tad, but it's not enough for her to get it. But she goes up and goes in. Siri's off to the right just a little bit, and that bag is going to be out of play. Alyssa goes off to the right and goes off of the board, giving up 1 point, tying the score up 3-3 now. Lee Hagwood's first bag is off to the left. Goodwin's up. He sets up a diamond block on level 1. Lee's up. He sets up, tries to set up directly behind it, but he kindly sets up beside of it. Goodwin's up. He rolls up on top of Hagwood's bag. Hagwood goes up. He sets his bag right behind the group of bags that are there. Goodwin goes up for airmail and hits it. Here's Hagwood. He's stepping out. Oh, he tries a roll bag. He rolls it up to the edge of the hole. It's a blocked bag. Now, all Goodwin has to do really is put it on the board. But he tried for the airmail, but he still gained a point. Either way, he was in a win-win situation. He was going to get at least 1 point. It's giving them control of the board now. Alyssa's first bag is off to the right, but that bag is hanging in the hole. That bag might fall. Siri goes off to the left just a little bit. Now, I don't know. I don't think his bag, Alyssa goes up. She drags that bag in just a little bit. Siri helps her. Every bag that touches that bag, oh, and there it goes. She got it to go on that next bag. Siri's in. Alyssa's up. She goes off to the left just a little bit. If Siri goes in, it's a wash. Nobody hurt here. Alyssa had the opportunity, but she didn't make it. But it's okay. She didn't lose no points. Here's Bryant. He has first bag. They have control of the board right now. His first bag's off to the left. Hagwood's up and in.
Romeo.
Goodwin's in.
Romeo.
Hagwood's in. Goodwin sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Hagwood goes up. He pushes up against Goodwin's bag. Oh, and Bryant goes up. He drags that bag in. It's going to be a 10-on-10. And we have another wash, and that's the 4th wash. All right. Alyssa has first bag. Her first bag is in the hole. Siri's first bag is off to the right. Alyssa's up and up the middle and in the hole. Siri's in. Alyssa's in. Siri's in. Alyssa's in for a 12. Siri's in for a 10. Bryant Goodwin has first bag. His first bag is off to the right. It's in Lee's lane. Lee hits it and drags it. He's up against it. Bryant goes up. He goes up against Lee's bag. Now Lee's going to have to do he did a hard push. He ends up setting up beside Goodwin's bag. Now, Goodwin could push these bags. Oh, he goes up and he falls. His bag is on the right-hand side of the board. Hagwood goes up for an airmail, and he takes 2 bags in, and they his bags. Oh, and Goodwin goes up, and he goes in with 2 bags. Oh, and Hagwood goes off to the left trying to drag that bag, and it's going to be an 8-on-8 wash, and that's going to be the 5th wash. It's going to be, I think, 3 for them and 2 for Alyssa and Syria. And Alyssa's in with her first bag. Syria's in. Alyssa's in. Syria's off to the right. Again, he's given Bryant Goodwin, Alyssa Goodwin, an opportunity. He's off to the left. Now, Alyssa can go up the middle and hit this. Oh, and she does, and that's a 12-on-8. Alyssa gaining 4 more points on Siri, making it 10-3 now. Here's Bryant. He's got first bag. His first bag's off to the right. It's in Lee's lane, but it's... Oh, and Lee cuts around to the back side on the right-hand side of it. Ooh, and Bryant goes up trying to cut that bag in and misses. Lee goes up. He sets up behind Bryant's bag. Bryant stepping out. He goes around that bag, around those bags, and almost goes in. That bag is sitting right in the hole. Lee Hagwood goes up. He drags it around, putting pressure up against that bag, holding it. Bryant goes up. He pushes up against that bag. Now Hagwood can go in here for a 6-on-4. Yep, and that's what he does. It's 6-on-4 now. So now it's 5-10. Siri has first bag. His first bag's off to the left. Now that's out of Alyssa's lane. Alyssa goes up. She pushes up against Siri's bag, pushing it further to the left. Siri goes to the right. Now Alyssa, she can go straight up the middle here. Oh, and she does. And she pushes a bag in with a replacement bag. Siri drags her bag and goes in with it. Alyssa goes off to the left just a little bit. And Siri's off to the left. If Alyssa can go in, this is going to be a 4. Oh, it's 10-on-6. Going to be 14-5 now. Bryant Goodwin has first bag. His first bag is off to the left. That bag's going to be out of play. All right, here goes the Hagwood. His first bag is in. Bryant sets up a level 3 block right there on the left-hand side. Lee throws up, goes beside of it. Bryant Goodwin is stepping out. Ooh, and he goes off to the left and knocks both his bags off the board. Hagwood goes up. He drags that bag in. It's going to be 9-on-1 right now. Bryant has to have this bag. Ooh, he gets one bag in, but he goes off the board with the other. Hagwood's in for a 9. It's going to be 14-14. Just that quick. He tied it up. And now we got us a game. Series off to the right with his first bag. That bag's going to be out of play. Alyssa's up and she's in. Series in with his next bag. Alyssa's in. She has 2 on 1. Series got 2 on 1 on the board. Alyssa's got 3 in. Series got 1 off to the left. Now here we go. Alyssa can get this end. It's going to be, oh, and she throws just a little bit too hard. Goes off to the left, and it's going to be a 10 on 8, only getting 2 points. She could have got 4 points here and would have been 18 to 14. But now they still giving Lee and Siri an opportunity here. Lee drops his bag. He's set up. He goes up. He tries to do a go around bag with that bag. Ends up going to the right of the board. That bag's going to be out of play. Bryant tries to drag that bag, hits it, and goes off to the left and goes off of the board. Here goes Lee. He goes up. He pushes up against Bryant's bag. Bryant's stepping closer to the board here. He's stepping up. He goes up for an airmail. He hits the edge of the hole and spins around. He's on top of Lee Hagwood's bag on the back side. That bag could be drugged in. Lee knocks one of Bryant's bags in. Now, if Bryant can airmail this thing and hit that bag and get it to go in, oh, he goes in. He pushes Lee's bag over to the right just a little bit, but he goes in. Oh, and Lee misses it to the right. It's going to be 7 on 3, which gives them 4 points. It's going to be 20 to 14 now. Alyssa has first bag here. Alyssa's first bag is in. Series first bag is up. He sets up a level 1 block. Alyssa goes up. She goes in with a replacement bag. Siri goes up. He goes to the right. Alyssa goes up. She hits that bag and drags it in. It's 9 on 7 right now. 9 on 5. Oh, and she goes around it. She made sure this wasn't going to happen. It's going to be a 10 on 12, 6 on 12. Woo-hoo! Hey, Melissa, you back hurting? Bryant, you got to take some of the weight off of Alyssa's back. You put too much pressure on her, Bryant. Hey. All right, so we got Bryant Goodwin and Alyssa Goodwin facing Amy Gore and Jacob Gore. Woo woo. Okay. Hey, we need some more folks watching. We got 11 watching right now. Y'all hang on. We got the Gores against the Goodwins coming up. This is husband and wife against mother and son. All right. Here we go. Bryant Goodwin has first bag. His first bag's off to the left just a little bit. Jacob does a whoopsie. Bryant's next bag is off to the left. I mean, in front of the hole. Jacob goes up. He splits them bags apart just a little bit. He's sitting in the middle of Bryant's two bags. Bryant goes up trying to roll shot. Ends up just going up against him. Jacob pushes him up and does a a bar of soap, and he pushes Bryant's bag off to the left, and Bryant goes up, dragging two bags in, 9 on 8. There's Amy's first bag is up and it's in. Alyssa's first bag is off to the left just a little bit. Amy's off to the right. Alyssa's up. She pushes her bag around and sits up in front of the hole. Amy sits up behind Alyssa's bag. Alyssa goes up. She pushes it hard. She goes around it. She's still on the board though. Oh, Amy goes up for an airmail and misses the airmail, but knocks one of Alyssa's bags in. Alyssa can set it on the board. Oh, and she knocks one of Amy's bags in, giving up 2 points, making it 3-0 now. Jacob's in with his first bag. Bryant Goodwin's off to the right just a little bit. Jacob's off to the right. He sits up behind Bryant's bag. Bryant's stepping out. He goes up and he goes in. Jacob goes around and cuts up. Bryant goes up, he's in. Right now it's 7 on 7. Jacob goes up, he pushes Bryant's bag in, but his bag goes off to the right. Bryant's up and he's in for a 12 on 7. So Bryant Goodwin and Alyssa Goodwin have control of the boards, and they take in the lead, and we have a lead change. Hey, thank you guys for mentioning us. Amy's in with her first bag. Alyssa's off to the left just a little bit. Alyssa's off to the left again, but she brings that bag just a little bit closer. Amy goes up. She just drops that bag right in the hole. Alyssa goes up, her bag goes to the left again. She's got 2 bags sitting over there. Now Amy goes up and she sits up behind, right in front of the hole. That's a beautiful bag right there. Alyssa goes up, hits it hard. But she don't take nothing, but she keeps all the bags on the board. It's going to be 8 on 4. Score now is going to be 7-5. Favor Amy Gore and Jacob Gore. Jacob goes off to the right and goes to the back of the board. That bag is going to be out of play. Goodwin's up. He sets it up. He goes in. Jacob goes in. Bryant's up. His bag slows down. He's sitting there in the hole, but to the right of it, it's out of his lane. It's in Jacob's lane. He goes up, pushes Jacob's bag on up out of play. Jacob goes up and around and goes in. Bryant goes up. He drags him 2 bags in, and we have a lead change. Alyssa has first bag. Her first bag's off to the left. Hey, buddy. Amy's up. She sets up a level 1 block, sitting right in front of the hole. Alyssa goes up, dragging Amy's bag and going in with her own. Amy's up with her next bag in the middle. Alyssa's up. She sets up her own level 1 block, setting up in the middle. Amy Gore's stepping out. She goes up. She tries to go in between them bags, but she don't go hard enough. But Alyssa, she goes up. She sets that bag up behind Amy's bag. She's got 1 point now. She can set it on the board and get 2 and tie the score. Or she can try to knock this bag in for a 9 on 6, but she could knock Alyssa's one of her bags in and only be a 8 on 6. I mean, a 8 on 9. Now, if she misses and goes to the right, knocks Alyssa's bag in, it's going to give Alyssa 1 point. Ooh, and she just lays it on the board and gets 2. Making the score now 9-9. First one to 12 wins this tournament, wins this game. Jacob's in with his first bag. Wright's in with his first bag. Jacob's in. Bryant sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Jacob goes up. He sets up behind Bryant's bag. Bryant goes up for an airmail drag and almost drags that bag, but he leaves it sitting there for Jacob. Jacob goes up and bag flips off to the back of the board. Oh, and Bryant goes up right beside of Jacob, and it's going to be 10 on 10. Oh, we got 12 watching now. Come on, folks. Hey, let me know where you're from. We'd love to hear your comments. Amy Gore has first bag. Her first bag, she sets it up. That's a level 3 block, but it's not quite in the center of the hole. Alyssa goes up and goes around it and goes in. Amy goes up with her next bag and goes in. Alyssa goes in with her second bag. Amy's off to the left with that next bag. Alyssa's in with her third bag. It's a 9 on 4 right now. Amy's stepping out. She's going to try to drag this bag. She drags it closer. Alyssa goes up. She goes up behind them. It's going to be a 10 on 5. Making the score now 14-9. Right, Goodwin has first bag. His first bag he sets up in front of the hole. Jacob goes to the back of the board with that next bag. Bryant's up. He pushes that bag up closer to Jacob. Jacob goes in. Bryant goes in. Jacob's in. Right, Goodwin sets up in front of the hole. Jacob Gore stepping out for a cut shot. He tries to cut around in it, making it, but he don't make it. Makes it 8 on 8. Here we go. We in round 10. Scores 14-19. Favor Goodwin. Alyssa's in with her first bag. Amy's off to the right with her first bag. Alyssa's in with her second bag. Amy's off to the right again, but she's sitting in front of the hole. Alyssa goes to the left just a little bit. That bag's going to be out of play. Amy goes up with a replacement bag. Alyssa goes up and drags Amy's bag with it. Pushes Amy's bag in, but sits up in front of the hole. Now Amy's stepping out. She's going to try to go down the middle. She goes up and goes down the middle and goes around that bag. It's a beautiful shot. Jacob's in with that first bag. It's 11-14 now. Goodwin's in with his first bag. Gore's up. He's off to the right just a little bit. Now Goodwin can take that bag out of play, but he goes to the left, but his bag is hanging in the hole. Jacob goes up, drags that bag in, leaving Goodwin's bag where it's at. Oh, Goodwin goes up just a little bit easy. Jacob goes up. He drags Goodwin's bag up. Goodwin goes up. It's going to be 12 on 6. It's going to be 17-14 now. We got a lead change. Oh, I'm back down to nine viewers. Come on. Where you guys at? I need some backup. All right, Amy's up. She's got a level 2 block sitting in front of the hole. Alyssa's up. She tries to go around it. She goes to the right, and that bag's going to be out of play. Amy goes to the left. That bag's going to be out of play. Alyssa goes up the middle. She pushes Amy's bag a little bit closer, but goes to the left. Amy goes to the right. Alyssa's up. She takes both of the bags in. Amy's up. She goes to the right just a little bit in Alyssa's lane. Alyssa goes up and drags both of them bags, washing it out, leaving the score the same. Here's Jacob Gore. He's up. His first bag is off to the right. Right, Goodwin. He sets up a level 2 block right in front of the hole. Jacob goes up, goes around it. His bag's hanging. Bright goes in, dragging his bag and Jacob's bag with him. Jacob goes to the back of the board. Goodwin's in. Jacob sits up to the left. Oh, it's going to be 10 on 6, only giving up 4. It's going to be 18. If he would have went in with that bag, it would have been 6, and it would have given him 20-17. Now it's going to be 18. We have a lead change. So here we go. Alyssa has first bag. Her first bag is up. She sets up on the right, along the left-hand side in Amy's lane, right in front of the hole. Amy goes up. Her bag goes off to the right. Alyssa goes up. She pushes that bag in, but she goes off to the left just a little bit. Amy got a bag on the right-hand side. Oh, Alyssa almost pushes that bag around and pushes it in. Amy goes up. She almost drags her own bag in with her when she went, but it's still hanging on the right-hand side. Alyssa goes up and drags it in. It's going to be an 8 on 10. 19-18 now. We have a lead change. we go. Jacob has first bag. His first bag's to the right-hand side, but it's hanging in the hole. Rights up. He goes off to the left just a little bit. Jacob goes up the middle, leaving that bag on the right-hand side. Good one goes up. He takes it with him. Jacob goes off to the left just a little bit. This is good one's chance to push it out, and he does just a little bit. Jacob goes in. He pushes good one's bag out. Good one's in. It's going to be a 10-10 wash. Score remains 18-19. Here we go. Amy Gore has first bag. Her first bag's in. Lissa's first bag is in. Amy's second bag is in. Lissa follows. Amy's in. Oh, and Alyssa does a whoopsie. Oh, and Amy goes to the back of the board. Here's Alyssa's chance right here. She makes this bag. It's only going to be 1 point for Amy and Jacob. Oh, and she goes to the back of the board, making it a 10-on-7. And that's going to be it. Whoo. Was that the final? Is that the final game? How many more we got? That's third place there?
No, we're about to play for third.
Oh. God. All right. We got Amy Gore and Jacob Gore coming up against Zach Donahue and Wesley Hartzell. Come on. Let's go through our sponsors right quick while they're doing their down and back. Let's thank our sponsors tonight. We got Hartzell's Garage Door and Company, Bust You Up Cornhole, Kelly's Bars and Grills, Bag Junkies, Headlights Are Us, Bridges Corp, and Angie's Pressure Washing. We're located here in Concord, North Carolina at 120 Church Street, Northeast, right downtown Concord. Come and visit us. Come and see us. We'll be more than happy to welcome you in our doors, welcome you on our courts, and enjoy playing with you guys if you come and visit down here at Headlights Are Us. We're trying to increase it. We're trying to get more. This facility is big enough. It'll hold at least 125 to 130 people, maybe a few more. So if you're ever down this area, you're traveling through our area, going to a tournament in Rock Hill, stop in and get you some warm up right here in downtown Concord, right here at the famous Headlights Are Us, better known as Krave Cornhole. We want to thank all of our sponsors for being here, for being with us and helping this dream of Mickey Cooks and Jennifer Cooks to come true. It's been a dream of theirs to do something for the community, and they're doing it, and they're doing a real good job at it. We appreciate them. We appreciate our director, Scotty Gore, for coming down and doing all that he does for the folks that are here and for the running the tournament, being our director. He has been a wonderful director down here at Krave Cornhole, and we really appreciate him so much. What the world? Oh, y'all done started? Oh, they didn't even do a down and back. I'm sorry, folks. That was my bad right there. So we got Jacob Gore. He just scored 5 points on Zach Donahue. Here we got Amy throwing against Wesley Hartzell. Amy's got a level 1 block. Hartzell sets up right behind it. Now Amy's side is totally, both of those bags are sitting in her lane. She goes up trying to make something happen and goes off to the left. Wesley goes up, hits the corner of his bag and twists around and goes in. Amy goes up for airmail and misses. Wesley stepping out. He tries to push that bag up just a little bit further. Amy goes up. She hits the airmail. It's going to be 5 on. Wesley goes up. He takes one in. Zach and Wesley got 2 points, but they got control of the board now. Zach goes up. He's in with his first bag. Jacob's in with his first bag. Zach's off to the left just a little bit. Jacob goes around Zach's bag and goes in. Zach goes up. He falls a little bit short. Jacob goes up, pushes Zach's bag a little bit further to the left and goes in. Zach tries to go around that bag, ends up. Jacob goes up for a roll shot. It's going to be 10 on 6, making the score now 9-2, favor Jacob Gore and Amy Gore. Amy Gore's first bag. Her first bag's off to the right. Now that's going to be out of play. Wesley goes in with his first bag. Amy's up. She sets up a level 1 block. She's on the slick side. Wesley goes up, pushing her bag and going in with it. Amy goes up and goes in with her next bag. Wesley's in for 3. Amy's off to the left. Wesley can go in for 4 here, bringing them closer. He goes up. He's in for 3. In for 4. Making it 6-9. Drawing a little bit closer to Amy and Jacob's lead. Here we go. Zach Donahue has first bag and it's in. Jacob Gore's first bag is in. Zach's in with his next bag. Jacob's in. Donahue's off to the left just a little bit. Now that bag's going to be in his lane. He goes up. He goes in. Jacob goes in, making it a 10 on 12. Giving Jacob Gore 2 points, making the score 11-6 now. Giving Amy first bag. Amy's first bag is off to the right. Wesley's in with his first bag. Amy's off to the left. Wesley's in. Amy's in. Wesley's in. Amy's in. Wesley's in for a 12 on 8. Making the score now 10-11. Donahue and Hartzell are gaining on the Gores. Here's Donahue's first bag. It's in. Jacob first bag is off to the right just a little bit. Donahue's off to the in the center of the board up against Jacob's bag. Jacob goes up and rolls his bag in, pushing them bags apart. Donahue goes up trying to push Jacob's bag out of play. Jacob goes up for a roll bag and it goes in. Beautiful shot. Ooh, and Donahue goes up hard and goes off the board. Oh, and Jacob goes up. It's going to be an 8 on 5. Bringing them further down the board. It's going to be 14-10 now. They've jumped down with the lead just a little bit further. Here's Amy. She has first bag. Her first bag is in. Hartzell's first bag is in. Amy's first bag is up. She sets up for a level 1 block right in front of the hole. Wesley's up. He goes in. He sets his bag up on the left-hand side in Amy's lane. Amy drags them both in, goes in. Wesley's up. He's in. It's 9 on 9. Now it's going to be 10 on 12. Only giving up 2 points, but it draws Donahue and Hartzell closer to the lead. Donahue's in with his first bag. Jacob's off to the right just a little bit. Donahue sets up a block on the right-hand side against Jacob's bag. Jacob goes up. He sets up a block behind Donahue's bag. Oh, and Donahue throws hard, sticking that bag. Jacob throws hard, going up the middle. Donahue goes up. Amy Gore and Jacob is still in the lead. Wesley Hartzell's first bag is in the hole. They do have board control right now. Amy's bag is in. Wesley Hartzell's in. Amy Gore is in. Wesley Hartzell's in. Amy's off to the left. Hartzell's in. Gore is in for a 10 on 12. And we're going to have a lead change. We got 1 point difference in these two teams right now. Donahue has first bag. Him and Hartzell still in control. Donahue's first bag's off to the left. Jacob's off. He hits Donahue's bag and goes in. Donahue's off to the left with that bag. Jacob's in. Donahue's off to the right, but that bag's hanging. Jacob barely touches it, pulling it just a little bit closer in. Donahue knocks it in, but it goes off to the left. But that's going to be 12 on 5, and that's going to be it. Jacob Gore and Amy Gore have taken out Zach Donahue and Wesley Hartzell. All right, that was for third place. So Wesley Hartzell and Zach Donahue get third place. So now we got Keith Wilkerson and Jeffrey Plott up against Amy Gore and Jacob Gore. They're going down in backs now.
Hey, you got cameras. Hey, I wasn't good as fast, people.
All right, I'm sorry, folks. That was the first round. Keith Wilkinson and Jacob started it off. Now we got Jeffrey Plott throwing against Amy Gore. Keith got 3 points on Jacob. Jeff is up. He's off to the left with that first bag. He's in Amy's lane, but Amy can go up the middle and go in. That's what she does. Jeff goes up. He's off to the left again. Amy's up the middle. She sets up right beside of Jeff's bag. Jeff goes in, dragging Amy's bag and his bag with it. Amy's in. Jeff off to the left. Amy's in. That's 12 on 5, giving them 7 points, making the score 10-0. Jacob's in with his first bag. Keith Wilkinson's off to the left. Jacob's in. Keith's in. Jacob's in. Keith's up. He sets up a level 1 block. Jacob goes in, dragging that bag with him for a 12. Keith's off to the right for a 7, making it 12-3 now. Jeff Plott and Keith Wilkinson, you're going to have to put some band-aids on these wounds they got. Amy straight up the middle. She sets that bag up for a level 1 block. Jeff goes off to the right with his first bag. Amy's up. She's in, dragging her bag with it. Jeff's in with his next bag. Amy's up the middle again, setting up a level 1 block. Plott knocks it in, setting his own bag up in front of the hole. Amy goes up. She sets up, but Jeff steps out. Jeff goes just a little bit too hard to the left, not enough up the middle, and goes off the board to the left, giving up. And the score now is 17-3. Jacob sets up a level 2 block, setting right in front of the hole, just a little bit to the right of in his lane. Keith Wilkinson stepping out. He goes up. He pushes Jacob's bag just a little bit more to the right. Jacob goes up, pushing that bag up just a little bit closer. Keith Wilkinson goes up. He goes around and goes in. Jacob goes up. He pushes all of them bags in the hole. Keith goes up. He takes them all in, cleaning it up, leaving Jacob's bag on the right-hand side. Jacob goes up. He sets his bag up to the right. If Keith goes in, that's going to be a 12 on 8, giving Wilkinson and Plott 4 points, making it 7-17. They're 10 points down now. They're trying to come back. They're trying to make a comeback here. Plott has first bag. Jeff Plott, he's in with his first bag. Amy's in with her first bag. Jeff is in. Amy's off to the left just a little bit. Jeff is off to the left. Amy's off right in the center of the board in Jeff's lane. Jeff goes up and hits it pretty hard and goes in for a 10. Amy goes in for a 8, making it 9-17 now. That's 7 unanswered points for Amy and Jacob. Here's Keith Wilkinson's first bag. It's off to the left, but it's still hanging in the hole. That bag is not out of play. His next bag is in. Jacob's next bag is in. Keith's next bag is in. Jacob lands up against Keith's bag just a little bit. Keith goes in with that last bag. Jacob goes up and he goes in, getting 2 points. Now it's 19-9. Rocco. Hey, Bob Fisher. All right, Jeff Plott sets up Amy Gore sets up a block. Jeff tries to go around it and goes off the back of the board. Amy goes up. She pushes that bag a little bit closer. Jeff goes up and goes in, cleaning it up in the front. Amy goes up, pushes that bag a little bit further up the board. Jeff goes up. He goes in with his here's Amy's last bag. Amy goes up. She sets the bag up in front of the hole. Jeff goes in. It's 10-19 now. Keith Wilkerson has first bag. Here we go. Wilkinson first bag is sitting in front of the hole. Jacob sets up right behind Jeff's bag. Oh, and Keith goes up trying to drag that bag. Ends up going off the back of the board. Jacob does a cut shot and goes in. Wilkinson's up. He tries to push that bag a little bit closer. Oh, and Jacob tries a cut shot and ends up going off the back of the board. He knocks that bag in, put it on the board, and it's game. And that's the game. So now we're down to the final and last game. We're going to have... Oh, this is the same. Oh, okay. This is the next round. Okay, let's do. See if we can get this as transition. Reload. Here we go. Oh, it didn't clear out. I'm sorry, folks. It didn't clear out. I don't know why it didn't clear out. Can we do it again? Let's try it one more time. It's not clearing it out. So we're not going to be able to get the last score up on the board, on the thing here. This is the second round. This is the final game right here. This is the second round right here. I don't know why this thing will not clear up for me. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize deeply. That was a wash. So here we go. We got Jacob. Oh no, here we go. It has transitioned. I'm sorry, everybody. We got us a transition here. Yes. All right. Jacob's got a bag on the right-hand side. I think Keith has two bags on the left-hand side of Jacob's bag. Jacob's trying to decide what he wants to do. He's going up. He's going for a roll bag. He goes roll shot and goes in. Wilkerson goes up. He hits somebody. He hits him hard. Jacob tries another rail shot. Oh, and Keith Wilkerson knocks two of his bags in. Jacob just throws his bag off the board. Giving up 3 points, so it's 3-0 now. Jeff Plott's first bag is in. Amy's first bag is in. Jeff's second bag is off to the left. Amy's next bag is in the hole. Jeff is up. He sets up a level 1 block. It's setting in the hole. Amy tries to go to the right of it. Ends up going a little bit too far. Jeff pushes her bag over to the right just a little bit further. Amy goes up and she drags one of Jeff's bags with her, making it a 10-10 wash. Here we go. Keith Wilkerson has first bag. His first bag is off to the right just a little bit in Jacob's lane. Jacob pushes up against it right in the middle. Keith pushes his own bag up. Now Keith can get this bag, I'm pretty sure. Jacob goes around it and goes in. Oh, and Keith just about has all of them. He's got all of his bags sitting in the hole. There's no way he could miss these bags. Oh, and Jacob knocks them in for him. Keith Wilkinson stepping out. He goes around Jacob's bag and goes in. Oh, and Jacob drags these bags and goes in. It's going to be a 12-on-12. And we have a social. So here we go. We got Jeff Plott has first bag. His first bag is up. It's off to the right. It's still playable, but he's going to have to do some work on it. Amy's first bag is up. She sets up a level 1 block. Plott goes up. He hits her bag going in, knocking her bag in, but he's got a bag on the left and a bag on the right. That bag on the right, on the left is falling. It's falling every time they hit the board. It's going to be an 8-on-12. Amy Gore just got 4 points, and we have a lead change. So here we go. Jacob has first bag. His first bag, he sets that bag right in front of the hole on his side. Wilkerson goes up. He goes to the left, but that bag's playable. Jacob goes up, knocking his bag in, setting his bag up right in front of the hole. Wilkerson almost knocks his bag in, but he goes to the left. That bag's out of play. Jacob goes in, taking 2 bags with him and leaving his on the right-hand side. Wilkerson knocks it in. Jacob goes up the middle and goes in. Now Wilkinson, to minimize the points, he has to go in, and he does. He goes in with that last bag, making it a 12-on-4. So now it's going to be 14. Amy Gore and Jacob Gore have 8 to Keith Wilkinson's 3, and Jeffrey Plott. Jeffrey Plott is throwing against Amy Gore. Amy has first bag. Her first bag's up the middle. It's setting at a level 2. Plott goes up. He hits it, hits Amy's bag, and goes on up the board and goes in the hole. Amy goes off to the right trying to push that bag. Plott pushes her bag just a little bit closer to the hole. Amy goes over to the right again. Plott goes up. He goes in, taking Amy's bag with him. Amy goes up, and she's got a 6. Plott goes up for an 8, getting 2 points, making it 5-8 now. And Wilkerson and Plott will have the board control. All right, Keith Wilkinson's first bag is up the middle and in. Jacob's in. Wilkinson's in. Gore goes up the middle for a level 1 block, a level 2 block. Wilkerson goes up, pushing Jacob's bag closer to the hole. His bag's flipping on the slick side. Jacob goes up. His bag is kind of in Keith Wilkinson's lane. Keith goes up hard, and Jacob tries to go up hard with him, and they both end up, Jacob ends up doing, Jacob does a whoopsie. Keith goes off to the right, goes plumb off the board. making the score now 7-8. Plot has first bag. Plot sets his bag up for a level 2 block, sitting right in the middle of the board. Amy goes up, slides up beside of it. Plot's up, he pushes Amy's bag in and his bag goes with it. Amy goes up, sitting over to the left-hand side of the board. Plot goes up, knocking her bag in and going off the board. Amy goes up, knocking Plot's bag in, going off to the right of the board. But she's still on it. Plot goes off to the left and off of the board. Gore goes in. Now Amy and Jacob just scored 4 points. Jacob's first bag is off to the right. Keith Wilkerson goes in with his first bag. Jacob goes off to the left. He's in Keith's lane. Keith goes up and goes off of Jacob's bag and goes in. Jacob goes up, goes in, leaving that bag on the left-hand side. Wilkerson's around that bag and goes in. Jacob goes up. He just hits up against the board. He's got a bag hanging there. Wilkerson tries to go around it and go in. It's going to be 10-6. Now the score is going to be 11-12. Wilkerson and Plot keep battling back, and they get close, but they never have gained a lead back. Plot's first bag is in. Amy's stepping up to the board. Amy's first bag is off to the left. Plot has one in. Plot's in with his second bag. Amy's up. She sets up a level 1 block sitting in front of the hole. Plot goes off to the right. He throws a little bit too hard. Amy goes up, taking that bag in, leaving a bag. Plot goes up, knocking Amy's bag in. Amy goes in. It's going to be 10-7, making it 15-11 now. This is the second game. This is the final game. This is for the money right here. Jacob's in with his first bag. Wilkerson's off to the left just a little bit. Jacob's off to the left behind Wilkerson's bag. Wilkerson goes up. He sets up against Jacob's bag. Jacob steps out. He goes around those bags and goes in. Wilkerson stepping out. He goes up. He hits that bag hard, but he's got 3 bags on the board. Jacob's got 2 in the hole and 2 on the board. It's 8-3 right now. Wilkerson goes up. Oh, he hits some bags hard. Knocks one of his in, making it 8-6. Only giving up 2 points. It could have been worse. All right. Here's Amy. Gore has first bag. Amy's first bag is off to the right. That bag is going to be out of play. Plot knocks it up further up the board and knocks it out of play. Amy's in. Plot's off to the right just a little bit. Amy's in. Amy's up in the middle. Now, Plot goes off to the left and goes off of the board. Amy's in and does a replacement bag, but Plot's bag draws closer to the hole. Oh, and Plot goes up and he knocks her bag in and his goes in, but he also had a bag off the board. So now the score is 20-11. Jacob's first bag is in. Keith Wilkerson's first bag. He's got a level 1 block. He's setting in the blue zone. Jacob throws to the left. That bag is still not out of play. Wilkerson pushes it up a little bit further. Now Jacob can split Wilkerson's bag right here and drag this bag. Ooh, he goes a little bit hard and goes off of the board. Wilkerson goes off to the left, but he's still on the bag, on the board. Oh, and Jacob goes around that bag and goes off the board. Oh, and Keith tries to go up for a hard shot and ends up going off the board. I believe I would have tried a low shot, and I would have tried to drag that bag and went around with my bag. Scores 20-12. Plot has first bag. His first bag's off to the back of the board. Now that bag can be drugged in the hole for sure. Let's see where it ends up after Amy's bag. Amy goes up, she goes in. Plot goes up, he sets up a level 1 block, sitting right there on the edge of the blue zone. Amy goes up, pushes up against Plot's bag. Plot goes up, dragging his bag, pushing Amy's bag a little bit to the right. Amy goes up, Plot's bag goes in, Amy's bag goes to the left. Plot goes in for a 10. Amy goes up and goes in for a 8 on 10. Making it 14-20 now. Wilkerson and Plot has not given up. They've been battling to try to come back and take the lead and win this tournament, but Jacob and Amy are giving them a battle. Keith Wilkinson's off to the right with his first bag. Now Jacob's off to the left. Jacob's bag is almost out of play. Jacob goes to the right. Wilkinson goes in. Jacob goes to the right again. Wilkerson knocks Jacob's bag off. It's going to be 7. Oh, it's going to be a 7 on 2. And Jacob does a whoopsie. Making it 19-20. Oh my. Here we go. This could be the final round right here. Jeff goes off to the right just a little bit. Amy goes up. She's off to the left. Plot's up. He pushes that bag a little bit further up the board. Amy goes up. She tries to set up behind it, but stands up beside of it. Oh, and Plot goes up too hard. He took his bags off of the board. One of his and one of hers. Amy goes up the middle. She's sitting up in the middle of this board right here. Now, he's going to have to... Ooh. And Amy and Jacob win. That was a good game. Hey, thank you everybody for joining in. Thank the 7 that remained. I like that number 7. So we want to appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. All of you guys that watched and then left. You had other things to do. We thank you anyway for joining in. Thank the sponsors here tonight. We have Hartzell's Garage Doors. And we have Bust You Up Cornhole, Kelly's Bars and Grills, Bag Junkies, Headlights Are Us, Bridges Corp, and Angie's Pressure Washing. Once again, we're located here in Concord, North Carolina at 120 Church Street Northeast, downtown Concord. Want to thank all of you guys tonight for tuning in. You have a good week, and we'll see you on Thursday. I'll be back. Good night. All right. All right, you ready? Did we click on this one too? Well, I didn't. It didn't go off. Okay, there it went. Do what now? Stop streaming.
Hit no first right there.
Oh no.